how many days till Christmas?
Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. This is the Titans Talking Toys, guys, and I'm here, of course, by myself. No, just kidding. Danny's working really, really hard over at the Titan. He's just doing crazy things right now, so there really is no time for no rest for the weary, and we have to talk about the toys that are going on in the world and everything that's happening with toys everywhere, guys. This is absolutely bonkers. Thank you again for joining us for Titans Talking Toys, guys. Let's just get right into it. So, heading over to our good friends over at toyark.com. Guys, toyark.com is a wonderful news resource for action figures all year round. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that the Titans Talking Toys sent you. Guys, there's a lot to talk about with toys, and we're going to get to our main topic, of course, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about some more obscure toys that sometimes don't always hit the market right, but are still making waves nonetheless. For instance, Super 7 has brought back Micronauts. Now, this is an interesting little detail. Do you guys remember Micronauts? Micronauts was a well, let's just say it was an interesting I don't know, experiment. I don't know if that's really a good term for them. There were these little action figures, like really small, like a little bit bigger than G.I. Joe's, like 3 3/4 scale, maybe more like 4 inches, a little bit. But one of their biggest gimmicks was that they had magnets, and you could like detach the Micronauts and repurpose them. And I think that was the biggest thing about the line that really got people interested in them. And there was just a unique toy, but obviously it wasn't really as engaging as I guess they were hoping for. I had a very short, limited run, and yeah, it's interesting that Micronauts is now coming back as through Super 7, and apparently they just released 2 brand new Micronauts for their reaction line. Now, of course, this works really well in line with their scale, as the Micronauts, when they were first released, were about the same size, 3 3/4 inch. So these pre-order links are available through Entertainment Earth, the Toy Store, but of course, if we start carrying them here at TitanToys.com, you can expect to take a look at them, and we'll have that coverage very, very soon. So the Reaction Wave Wave 2 Force Commander and the Wave 2 Microtron, these guys are interesting, as I'm not sure they were actually ever released in the line. I think the Force Commander might have been released in the line. He does seem very familiar to me in terms of its overall appearance. And what's really interesting about this is they've really leaned to the idea of like some of their die-cast parts, which was a really big deal for the Micronauts when they first got released. As you can visibly see the pins in the arms themselves, which is something that they're trying to hide these days with action figures. There he is. Now, I would imagine they're still trying to use their O-ring situation here. Obviously, I can't prove that, but the style of the shoulders themselves very much lend themselves well to the G.I. Joe style of joint for their O-ring line. So that's what I'm really sort of looking into this. They're actually incorporating more traditional ways of creating action figures, but with modern sensibilities. And that, to me, is kind of interesting. I haven't really seen that before. Whoa, that is a blown-out picture. I can barely see what it is. Not a great idea, guys, to be put white on white. Designers of the world, please do not do this. This is not a good idea. You can barely see the outline. I mean, quite literally. I think I'm going to have to dim my screen just to see this. But anyway, he is an all-white figure with red highlights. We can see his, I don't know if it's a laser pack or some sort of like missiles or something like that. They don't shoot. They're definitely hollow. But the Micronaut himself, the commander, is stark white. Kind of like black, certain, I guess, Battlestar Galactica was more polished sheet metal, right? He does have that sort of Battlestar Galactica look, though, with the almost Cylon type of appearance here, which is neat. See, looking on the backing card itself, it looks like there are, and this is crazy because see how it says here, the interchangeable world of the Micronauts. Well, here's the problem: you can't really, as far as I know, you cannot interchange these parts with the Super 7 brand. I might be wrong in that, but does anybody actually have any of these Micronauts? Can you tell me if these are actually interchangeable? Because I would be very, very interested to see that. Although I don't believe that would be the case. The Force Commander function Prince of the Homeworld. Force Commander, ruler of the Homeworld, is the capital of the Microverse under the rule of Baron Karza. Captured and merged with his horse Oberon in the body banks, he temporarily became a centaur-like being. As a Force Commander, he was a leader of the rebellion against Baron Karza. Interesting. So these are from China, so you can expect a tariff surcharge, those terrible tariffs. But we can see the lineup here on the cross-sell. We see Baron Karza, Biotron, Force Commander, and Microtron. So, but Baron Karza and Biotron have already been released in the line. They look neat, I have to say. But in terms of interchangeability, I think that's where a lot of people are wondering, is it really interchangeable? Rounding up the line for this second wave is Microtron, the diminutive robot attendant. That's a little demeaning, isn't it? He looks pretty cool, though. I did love the imagination that was set back in the 70s and 80s. This is a really brightly colored, robot, kind of in line with what you would see in the anime at the time. And he's pretty cool. He's got a drill in the front of his chest. He has that standard robotic face, but those huge, gigantic wheels. What's that about? That is kind of weird because he's already got treads and those robotic pincer arms. I love the artwork on the reaction figures. I've always loved that. They really do capture the essence of the 80s and 70s, where these toys were actually originated from. So he comes with a huge pack out. If I'm not mistaken, that looks like a chromed out or vac metal. That's a term anyway. Vac metalized drill. He also comes with what appears to be vac metalized arms. Now, it has been noted that in the past, Super 7 has just used silver paint, which does the job, but obviously there's nothing quite like vac metal, guys. It really doesn't. He's got those two gigantic wheels and, of course, the robot himself with his treads. This is really one of those lines which harkens back to, your childhood, and I think that that's really what they're hoping to achieve here. The only thing is, it says the interchangeable world of the Micronauts. I really want to find out if that's true or not. Somebody in the comment section below, let me know. Are the Micronauts from Super 7 interchangeable? Can you pull off their arms and legs and swap them with the other Micronauts? I'm dying to find out. Microtron, assistant robot. Microtron has been has been Princess Mari's diminutive robot attendant since her birth. He is equipped with an interlingual translator. He never abandons her while she joins the underground and the Micronauts fight Baron Karza. Now, this is very much a Transformers style of information gauge: strength, speed, intelligence, endurance, courage, and skill. Now, the way it's supposed to work, you're supposed to have that little red film, which allows you to put it over there, and I can actually see and decode that meter for all of his abilities. So that really harkens back to the 80s, man. So these two are quite the pair. Apparently, these are good guys, from what I gather. And they look really, really neat. Obviously, they're really identifying good guys with white and black guys with black. So we now have three, as far as I can tell. We have three good guys and only one bad guy. That seems to be the case in some toy lines where only one bad guy really gets any sort of support. It's kind of funny that way. The Micronauts are now available for pre-order on Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Star. We will keep you informed as to whether or not they will be available here on TitanToys.com. But let us know, guys. Are you interested in the Micronauts, and would you be interested in picking them up here at TitanToys.com, your one-stop shop for action figures all year round? Let's take a look now at just before we get started to the next level, let's say hi to Paul Morales. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you, brother. No Chewies and no Chewings in the house. Okay, what's going on? There it is. No Chewings in the house. What's up, Jay? What's up, No Chewing? Good to see you guys. If you haven't already, guys, subscribe to the Toy Daddies on YouTube and of course Instagram. They're doing great work. No Chewing, of course, is a wonderful photography. No.chewing on Instagram. Check his workout. He's freaking amazing. Paul Morales saying hi to No Chewing. Let's keep going, guys. This is an action-packed show, guys. We got a lot of things going on the show today. So McFarlane is getting into the TMNT game. Wow, this is new. They are actually introducing page punchers in the TMNT line. If you guys don't remember what page punchers are comics which include action figures, and it's given some success to McFarlane, and I'm interested to see how they go about with this particular line. In the past, with G.I. Joe, and I do believe Power Rangers, the page puncher line has just been literally these little tiny, almost chest-like pieces, which actually don't articulate much. But this one looks very different. I can actually see some articulation here already. This article was written by Tony Bacala on October 15th, 2025. After a run at Target, the McFarlane TMNT page punchers now are on a wider retail release. Check out the official pics and copy below. They hit the linkage snag to snag yours. So once again, everything here is linked to other retailers, and we might have these guys coming in from for TechToys.com. However, we have had comics in the past. I'm not sure we'll take a look at that specifically, but now that they have articulation, this is interesting. So the product features 5-inch scale ultra posable action figures, 5-inch scale. Wow. These are getting closer to the original scale for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's interesting. Based on IDW Publishing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles artwork, accessories include bow staff, bow shoulder holder, bow staff shoulder, wrench, blowtorch, swappable head, portrait, and 2 alternate hands and feet. They also include the page print edition of the comic book reprinting for IDW Publishing, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles page punchers themed blister card packaging, and the collector McFarlane Toys crossed over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles page punchers figures. Fascinating. So this one comes, the ones that are available today will be Leonardo, Donatello, the Shredder, and of course a Foot Soldier. Fascinating. Not too of solicitation photos. The only one we have right now on, or maybe, you know what? Let's do something. There we go. I was wondering where the rest of the pictures were. I was like, what's going on? We have no pictures. We have no pictures. All right, there we go. Wow, they actually are pretty big. They do have a decent amount of articulation, and they come with the IDW edition of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic here. Page Punchers edition. You can see it right there. Fascinating. These ones were illustrated and written by Waltz, Campbell, and Pattison. Nice. So yeah, I do remember this line of action figures. That's right, the line of comics. They are very simplified, though. I mean, the face is very simple, but that's actually the way they looked in the comic book, I do believe. The texturing on the figure is a little bit interesting. They do have what appears to be butterfly joints. That's fascinating. Although I wonder how far they can come in. The detail is very minimal, though. I like the texturing on the skin. That looks pretty cool. And the wraps look neat too, but there is very little in the way of deco. Fascinating. And if that is deco, it just looks like it's been sitting on the shelf for a little too long. I don't know what you guys think, but it does look like it looks more dusty than it looks like deco. On this, that's a bit strange to me. There he is, Donatello, with his wrench attachment, and it looks like they do have swappable faces, which is neat because again, Donnie's face is not usually a semi-surprised look or stoic look. It's more of a smiling face, which I enjoy. Interesting. But like I said, that deco makes it look like he's been sitting on the shelf for ages. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's just not what I would have expected. The articulation looks pretty standard to me too. I'm not sure. He has toe articulation. He has toe articulation though. Is that toe articulation? Hold on. How does that work? I don't see any toe articulation. Okay, let's move forward for a bit because I'm wondering how much. Oh my gosh, he's got swappable feet for toe movement. What? There's something I've never seen. I'm not really sure if that's innovative or if that's a bonus. Like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. He also has another set of swappable hands. He comes with a whole bunch of accessories, a bow attachment, which you can actually make it sling on his back, I would imagine, a wrench, a mini torch, and of course 2 swappable heads. Yeah, it's not a terrible pack up by any means, but very little. Like it says, highly articulated action figures. I'm not 100% sure how true that is. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, does that look like a double elbow joint to you? I'm not sure. I think that's only a 90-degree elbow joint, to be perfectly honest with you. So it'll be interesting to see what type of poses photographers and, of course, collectors will be able to get these guys in. The back of the the carapace and um, okay, so I think that's the carapace. I'm thinking that's the carapace. Yeah, it's interesting, very well sculpted, but again, very few paint decos. Looks like he's wearing socks. I don't know. Anyway, that is Donatello. Um, it looks nice, you know, the way it's packaged, the way it's laid out. 5-inch figures, though. Fascinating. Leonardo here is looking very much the way he did in the IDW production that we've seen previously. The cover, though, which can be different. It doesn't have to look like that in the book. But the cover looks more of a traditional TMNT design. I'm interested to see who actually illustrated the cover. It was either Lynch, Campbell, or photos. So micro series. He comes with 2 katanas. This scowling face, and once again, very few paint details. That deco really looks weird, man. It looks like they have been literally sitting on the shelf for ages. I'm not really liking that deco. It makes it look old. It does not make it look like an action figure deco. He has 2 faces. He has a really scowling face with a gritted teeth, and he's got I guess a furrowed brow, but it's not. But it's more stoic. He looks a little too serious for Leonardo, though. And again, that deco. Guys, tell me this in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about that deco? It looks like they've been sitting on the shelf for like ages. I don't know. That's just my overall opinion. The hands and feet are much more in style for Leonardo. He's got 2 clenched fists, 2 open gripping hands, 2 katanas with that nice silver paint, and a holster to be able to hold the 2 katanas in. Interesting. But I am still curious about the articulation. The other thing is, this is very much an older style way of doing action figures. It looks like a very, very old style joint. It doesn't look like it's It's interesting because he has more articulation in his shoulder joints than he does in his elbow joints. Because I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that is not a double jointed joint, right? And it's interesting that they have chosen to actually swap out the feet when you get to it instead of actually having toe articulation. Fascinating. Again, his carapace looks really, really cool. Yeah, very like there's definitely an effort here. I wonder how much these are going to retail for, because obviously these are like budget friendly toys, right? So interesting, but at least you get a comic book along with it. So this to me is something you could totally introduce to your kids. Yeah, neat, I guess. Leonardo, and that's actually what he looks like in the comic book. So there you go. And then we have the foot soldier. Now I'm curious about this one, because is he treated much the same way he was with the turtles? Let's find out. So he does have, I guess, a swappable foot, just like the turtles do. Interesting. The knees, again, I'm pretty sure that's a single jointed knee, which is not terrible. I mean, like, they do that. Like, they do produce toys like that still. He seems to have an ab crunch, though. That's kind of neat. And his head seems to be on a double ball joint. That's kind of cool, too. He comes with everything you see here: a halberd, a pair of swappable fists, a pair of splayed hands, swappable feet with a toe movement. He's got a tonfan, or most people will call it a nightstick. He's got 1 katana and 2 grippable hands for holding on to the weapons. He does have what appears to be a mid ball joint, giving him an ab crunch, but I'm not sure if he actually has another joint here at the bottom. It looks more like just I'm not sure it's a ball rotation, but it might just be a swivel joint. And again, this is interesting, though. The elbows, these ones might be able to double hinge. It's still not 100% certain if that's the case, but they do look like they would bend a little bit more than the turtles do. He also has a butterfly joint at the top. And again, as I mentioned, the knees only look like single joints. There is a little bit more deco in this, but it's mostly just a black deco. It's just a black wash. Very strange. At least he doesn't look like he's been sitting on the shelf for 14 years. You know what I mean? He looks pretty good. I think he would definitely fit in with many army builders. So good move, McFarlane. That one actually is a really cool move. Eh, it sort of looks like a double elbow, but I don't think it is. Looking at it again, actually, maybe no, it is. Actually, it is. Yes, that is a double elbow. I wonder how far it goes. It's too bad they didn't actually demonstrate that. It's he's a pretty good, decent figure. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, if you guys are into this, that's definitely one that you can collect for an art builder. And he comes with a comic book. Fascinating. Ultra posable action figure. Yeah, that remains to be seen. But you never know until we get them. And there is the Shredder. I have to say, my favorite out of the bunch is definitely the Shredder. I have to say, the Shredder really hits it out of the park for me. I think the Shredder is definitely the character or the figure to buy in this line. He looks freaking awesome. I love that head sculpt. He's got a cape. It's actually a cloak. But anyway, we'll get to that. He's got his shoulder pauldrons with the Shredder attachments. He's got that upper ball joint. It does look like he has double jointed elbows, butterfly joints on the shoulders. He comes with a katana, his classic Shredder hands, his Shredder gauntlets, and those wicked new shin pads with the knee protectors. That's crazy. And of course, I'm guessing that he has the swappable feet. He's got two katanas. That's cool. And a soft goods. Wow, this guy's actually pretty decked out. Now, it's deceiving, but there's really not much deco on these figures at all. They have, again, this slight wash. I think that maybe there's a white deco here on the upper armbands, but I think that's as far as it goes. Everything else is pretty much plastic. The eyes, though, those are painted for sure. And the helmet and all the metal pieces, they're painted as well. So out of all of them, I think he has the most paint on his deco. Ah, that's cool. He actually comes with a swappable head as well for Urokusaki. Great stuff. He's even got a top knot. Wow. He also comes with a pair of splayed hands, slightly gripped hand on the other side. Slightly gripped on the other side as well for the other set of hands. And you can swap them, as you can see here, with a fist or a slightly splayed hand. He also comes with, as I said, those bent toes for the ball joints and the two katanas. Honestly, this is the guy I would invest in for this particular line. He looks awesome. And it does appear that these are double jointed elbows. Look at that. That is cool. How far they go is another story. But he looks awesome. Orokusaki, the Shredder. The soft goods really just make it. There it is. There it is. You see it? Double jointed. Excellent. Looks like maybe you can go even further than that. So maybe a full articulation on it. That's great. For a 5-inch figure, I have to say, Orokusaki wins the day. And I'm gonna hazard a guess that the turtles are going to be double jointed. I'm hoping they are, because it would be a shame if they weren't. Comes with Villains Shredder by illustrated and written by Alor, Duncan, and Herring. Some are illustrators, some are writers. Great stuff, guys. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the Page Punchers: Leonardo, Donatello, the Foot Soldier, and the Shredder. Awesome stuff. I'll let you guys know if these actually come into TitanToys.com, as these are more interesting than I expected, to be honest with you. I am still very curious about this, though. If I had to hazard a guess, I don't think that that's a double elbow. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong, but I don't see two joints. Interesting. All right. No word on the retail on these, but like I said, once we get some information here on Titan Toys, I'll let you guys know. But the big reveal for this week definitely had to be JoyToy. JoyToy took it over the edge, man. These are tiny but mighty. They look freaking awesome, guys. I'm over the moon with these particular releases. I am very, very shocked and in awe about what we're seeing here. Yeah, let's take a closer look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Roadkill Rodney, and the Turtle Van. So this is crazy, guys. Of course, we're no strangers to JoyToy. They've been delivering some amazing 1/25th scale figures. They're really tiny. They are really tiny, but they have so much detail here. Look at this Roadkill Rodney set. multiple sections of different roadkill Rodneys. We have a hoverbot. We have a rollerbot, two rollerbots, in fact, two hoverbots, and multiple limb bots, and a Tacoma-kun type of robot. Wow, that's crazy. We got even more robots. We got the driller robot. We got, maybe these are just attachments. I don't know, but these guys look awesome. Holy crap! We know that there are apparently at least there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are at least 6 versions of these robots, and then probably multiple accessories, much like Modulock, where you can actually swap and pop and swap them. That is so cool. There they are. Okay, so this is it, and it looks like you can pop and swap some of their features. We have a drilled roadkill Rodney. Of course, he drilled his way out of the underground. We have the long-armed roadkill Rodney. We have the multi-legged roadkill Rodney with the upper torso. We have the smaller drone versions, one with missiles, one with lasers, one with little claws. This is awesome. And of course, we have swappable heads. You can literally make multiple versions of roadkill Rodney at your leisure. Just buy 3 of these. You have an incredible army. It even comes with a little diorama piece. And of course, the symbol of the Shredder, which is interesting because I don't think any of these would plug in there. I wonder if that's just actually for Shredder and his minions. Neat. So yeah, you can pop and swap these guys to your leisure, making multiple different variations of Roadkill Rodney as you see fit. But the actual variations themselves are really well designed. I love this multi-limb bot as well. He's got a huge set of cannons for his arms. And this little guy with the rockets, man, the photographer really loves him. But I guess it's just more for a sense of scale. But there's a lot of great pieces here, especially the drill robot. Man, he's cool. I like him. Again, with those sort of Phobos type arms. He's also got what it appears like a scooper in the front. Maybe he can scoop dirt out with that. Fascinating. This little guy here with the pincer arms. I love it. Yeah, man. These are really cool Roadkill Rodneys. Oh, wow. Look at that. You were not getting away from those missiles. That's for sure. Yeah, guys. So Roadkill Rodney from JoyToy. Absolutely incredible. Do we have a price on these guys? Let's see here. Here we go. Officially, they're available in China, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, United Arab Emirates, and India, while the U.S. customers can't order directly through JoyToy Shop. Sponsors like the Chosen Prime, and of course, 100%, we're going to get these here at Titan Toys. They will be listed in U.S. dollars at 140 USD. That's MSRP, guys, by the way. That's MSRP. And that's for the Turtle Van alone. 140.80 for the Turtle Van, and 35.20. That's a steal. 35.20 for the Roadkill Rodney set. That is a steal for all of these freaking robots. That's pretty good, man. I think that's pretty good. That is pretty good value for this entire pack out. That's pretty neat. And now take a look at this Turtle Van. Oh my God, this thing is tiny, but it is mighty. Wow, look at this. Look at this. The premium deco, the premium sculpting. Remember, guys, this thing is probably only. Do we have any specs on this thing? How big is this? No, there are very few specs on this, but I imagine this is 1/18 scale. My apologies. I was saying 1/24 scale. These are 1/18 scale. My apologies. But yeah, they're tiny, man. I can't imagine this thing being. Do they have measurements? Doesn't really show any measurements, but I know for a fact that the turtles themselves are they're like this. You know what I mean? So the van can't be anything more than maybe a couple of handfuls, man. That's really neat. But the deco on it and the sculpting on it is just wicked. Oh my God, this would definitely be one of my what's it called, right on my desk for work. 100% guaranteed. I love the really clear plastic so you can see what's going on inside the compartment. It just hits all those notes for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The 2 turrets at the top, possibly guns, possibly laser turrets. The floodlight at the top, just to blind its opponents. The opening canopy with the turtle launcher. The spoiler, which is absolutely useless, but you know what? This thing moves at a pretty high speed, so who knows? The catapult door, right, which actually flattens foot soldiers. So cool. And this one's really neat because it's got a very urban type of design with the front spoiler, the side spoilers, the side skirts, the extra wide flare. wheels, and man, the mag wheels on the back. Wow, this thing's crazy. This thing's freaking stupendous. I love this thing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right at the front. Look at the two Turtle brothers coming out of the back with their skateboards, which is included with them, by the way. And we can see an extra tire hanging out the back. The interior is really well decked out. I wonder if we can take a quick look at the interior. Wow, look at that, guys. That is really detailed. I am very impressed at the way this looks. Holy crap. That is cool. That is really cool. Of course, you can see the detail of the turtles themselves as well. In freaking insane. Yeah, the turtle launcher at the top with Leonardo. My goodness, that is quite the spectacle there too. Holy crap! Look at that. That is freaking awesome. But this one is less a turtle launcher and more of a turtle stand, which is kind of disappointing. But at the same time, I guess having a big gigantic spring coming out of the top of this turtle van would look kind of dumb. Then again, maybe not. It does have the side-mounted turtle cannon and the two turtle stink bombs. Very reminiscent of the original turtle party wagon. Very, very cool. This is crazy. You can see the other two turtles driving in the back. I love this, man. This is really cool. Even the rims are all chrome. Well, that's not chrome, but I mean, that looks so cool. Yeah, man, this is JoyToy is killing it, brother. JoyToy is killing it. Bravo to JoyToy. That's amazing. The whole packout is pretty heavy too. It has a turtle van. It's got all these traffic cones, a caution sign. I have no idea what that is. It looks pretty neat though. Is that like another? It's an extra seat, I guess. I'm guessing that's actually where you sit on the opening turret. The additional armaments, I don't know where these go either. We do have what is that? I think that's part of the launcher that Leonardo was standing on. 2 fire extinguishers. I have no idea what that is. It's probably just a joint. 2 laser blast effects. 2 laser blasts. 2 gun blasts. Multiple ratchets. Multiple wrenches. Couple of screwdrivers. I have no idea what that is. Is that a pogo stick? I don't know. Multiple grappling hooks, smoke effects for the tailpipes. This thing, I don't know what that is. A hubcap. No, this is actually the launcher itself, or the platform, if you will. An extra tire for the back, and something, I guess, storage for all your weapons. This thing is awesome. Oh my gosh. Really harkening back to the original turtle van from way back in the day, but urbanized. And of course, that's street cred, man. It's really, really showing for the turtles right now. This is a really handsome turtle van, party wagon, and I love it. I love the beak in the front. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles symbol on the front, just to let you know, if you didn't already, the turtles are in town. And of course, all those great armaments, the floodlights, the blasters, the turning signals. Freaking crazy, man. I love oh my God, New York, actually a New York license plate, RGT 483. Somebody tell me what that is, because I know it means something. They got the exhaust pipes in the back where you can put those smoking effects, and that's what that is. It's the thing that holds the wheel in place. Nice. They thought of everything with this van. It is a really handsome van, and not too expensive as well. I was actually pretty surprised at the price. $140 US for this turtle van. Not bad. Now it is a small turtle van, so you can't expect the world here, guys. You just can't expect the world. Oh my goodness, guys. That was more than I was expecting. I got to tell you. Road Pig John looks really nice, Jay. Looks to be compatible for the AXN Turtles collection as well. I'm hoping so. That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. I would love that if that was actually the case. My goodness, guys. This is crazy. Roadkill Rodney or the Turtle Van. You cannot go wrong at all with these two. That is freaking awesome. Guys, this has been quite the education here for many of these new releases for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and of course some of the new releases for McFarlane Toys. Guys, You can expect to see all of these on TitanToys.com. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick look at JoyToy and see if these things have been put up for pre-order yet. So here we see all the JoyToy offerings. We do have the JoyToy TMNT bundle at $165 USD on TitanToys.com. We see Razar, we see Ground Chuck, and of course Captain Zorax. These are actually all, as far as I remember, pre-orderable on this one. But Captain Zorax is available in stock right now. Yes, you can add Captain Zorax to your collection right now. I saw a ton of them in the back. We also have the Leatherhead pre-order. That's going to be cool. Leatherhead is absolutely sick. He looks intense. Honestly, he looks ridiculous. This version of Leatherhead is signature to the man. Look at that rocket launcher. Yeah, man, this is the dude. This is my dude right here. He doesn't have his signature hat from the cartoon though. That's a bit disappointing. That is a bit disappointing. He comes with a fishing rod, a little lobster, shotgun, rocket launcher, little diorama, multiple swappable hands, and all those shoulder mounts, the holders for all of his weapons. Insane. Yeah, Leatherhead, 1/18 scale. We have also Metalhead pre-order. All of the Triceratons are available in stock. So is Splinter. Splinter is available in stock right now. You can add him to cart. And Splinter is really cool. Comes with these 4 little baby turtles. That is the cutest thing ever. I love that, man. Splinter is freaking awesome. Comes with his own makeshift. It's not really a sai. It's more like a pin weapon. It's neat. Yeah, man. He and of course he's got the kunai, which are really fun. Yeah, JoyToy is killing it, man. If you don't have space, but you still want to get your collecting game on, JoyToy is the way to go for sure. There they are, everybody. There they are, up for pre-order right now. Roadkill Rodney for $44 USD, and JoyToys TMNT Turtle Van for only $168 USD. Guys, you got to come to TitanToys.com for the deals, man. This is awesome. And honestly, $168 for a turtle van, that is not bad, man. That is pretty cool. Also in stock, we have Casey Jones, Razar. Sorry, that's Toka. That's Toka. Donatello, Slash, Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Bebop, and Rocksteady. This is a pre-order, though. These guys are awesome and really cool. Very much the way they looked in the series. And other JoyToy features, which are unfortunately subsequently sold out. So, guys, definitely head over to Titan Toys. Get your pre-orders in right now. A lot of new pre-orders coming in, including the New York Comic Con 2025 exclusive Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan Gogeta. Great stuff. And we've also added the Bandai Zenitsu Agatsuma. Bandai Tanjiro Kamado. And of course, we do have the Sin City Marv, as I said, Roadkill Rodney, Turtle Van, multiple different accessories, including, wow, look at that, a Transformers Optimus Prime wearable helmet from Killer Boy. $503 USD. You can pre-order it right now, but it looks killer, man. Just in time for Halloween. That's beautiful. We have the McFarlane Batman Penguin Edition for the Batman Returns. We even got these really cool Megalomaria Unlimited Universe Emulator Plastic Model Kit. These are so say what you will, but they are kind of neat. We also have the Ghost in the Shell Hog 206 Ground Self-Defense Army, signature to the movie, and even the Lord Drakon Evo Evolution 3 Fig 016 scale figures. Tons of other pre-orders to be had. Voltus V, G1 Braun, and even the Crankcase and AWE Striker Hasbro exclusive finally has been up for pre-order, guys. That's amazing. Get your GI Joe on, guys, because this at one point was only available on HasbroPulse.com. So huge to find out that it's now available at TitanToys.com. You definitely have to. Whoa! That Viper never knew what hit him. My goodness. He's going to pop his head off. Crazy. Available right now for only $168 USD for payments of $42 USD with Cecil. Great stuff. And of course, we got Zujitsu, the exclusive distributor of the Zujitsu line. We already have these. I see them right in front of me, actually. We have Taj the White action figure, the Pounce the Puma Black Edition, the Tygo the Tiger action figure, Paolo the Panther, and Shadow Ice the Snow Leopard. Very, very cool. And trading cards, trading cards, trading cards. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going everywhere, including trading cards for Magic the Gathering. You got to get yours here, guys. Godzilla trading cards, the Kaiju booster box, Gundam Wing, and the Gundam anniversary sets. Very cool. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. You can't go wrong. And you can find them all here at TitanToys.com. Hot off the truck, we're getting some really cool things in store, including the Mezco 1/12th edition Captain America, Marvel Legends Storm, Marvel Legends Agent Venom, and of course, the much anticipated brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles articulated figures that don't have acne. These guys look so much better than the first releases. I'm excited for these guys. Available here at TitanToys.com. You can get them all. And the bundle 6-pack for only $59 USD. That's a steal, guys. That is an absolute steal. Very, very cool. Guys, definitely head over to TitanToys.com and you can earn points in order to get free action figures. And you can do that easily by, all you have to do is sign up for the rewards program. By signing up, just by signing up, hello, where did it go? Okay, that's weird. Just by signing up, you already get 100 points, and for every dollar you spend on Titan Toys, you will earn 2 points for every dollar spent. And if you want to earn more additional free points, following on TikTok, X, or Instagram and Facebook will get you $100 points every single time you follow them on any of their social media. These points are accruable to get brand new action figures, and you guys really should take advantage of that. That's freaking amazing. They also have free shipping within Canada and the United States. We've gone back to Canada only. That's unfortunate. So yeah, guys, free shipping for Canada only again. That is unfortunate, guys. For $250 or over. This might just be a typo. I'll have to check with the guys. But right now, as far as we can tell, it's Canada only. So guys, don't forget, $250 free shipping for Canada only. Damn those tariffs. I got to tell you, that thing's really killing us. They also have a buy now, pay it later program. And you do have to qualify for this program, but once you do, guys, you can buy as many figures as you want. Put them away for later and not have to pay until they actually ship. Great stuff. And of course, you have to take advantage of their hoarding program. Titan Toys hoarding program lets you buy as many figures as you want. Much like the pile of loot, hold on to them until you accrue enough of a minimum spend to reach $200 threshold, and then you can ship them out and save on shipping, guys. It's a really great program. We want to thank Titan Toys for sponsoring this program. Guys, Titan Toys, your one-stop shop for action figures all year round. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them the Titans Talking Toys sent you. Guys, thank you for joining me this afternoon. It's been an absolute pleasure. Last comments before we start winding down. Paul Morales, I want the van, but that means a whole new line. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough decision to make for sure. Loco Lou, the metalhead is an absolute must. 100%, brother. I totally agree. But that van is top tier. Dude, it is freaking sick. It's absolutely incredible. And Paul, shouting out to Loco Lou. Guys, thank you again for joining me this afternoon. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. Guys, it's always cool to hang out with you. One other thing I did want to mention is we are organizing the Action Figure Comic-Con between me and my good friend Danny Green. There's going to be a brand new convention which concentrates on action figures and, of course, highlights the wonderfully talented customizers who make action figures look like they've come alive. These are really great times for action figures, and I think everyone is really excited to meet the people who customize these and make them so this even to the whole another level, guys. This is actually crazy. It's happening January 31st, 2026 at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center, 6 Sakurai, Toronto, Ontario, M3C 1Z5. The main sponsor, of course, is our good friend Titan Toys. I don't know why the logo's so small. We're going to have to fix that. But yeah, they are, of course, a sponsor for the event, and we do appreciate their sponsorship. Guys, remember, check out TitanToys.com. Tell them that the Titans Talking Toys and the Action Figure Comic-Con sent you. Another sponsor by King of Print. This is a huge sponsorship, as many of the print out materials are provided by them. Probably some of the banners as well. Huge shout out to King of Print. Definitely follow them on Instagram, guys, if you want, for all your printing needs. We're going to be highlighting a lot of different customizers and diorama builders. It's going to be absolutely it's going to be absolutely great, guys. As a matter of fact, heading over to Action Figure Comic-Con on Instagram, we just made an announcement today that Mega City Minis will be a featured diorama builder at the show. Of course, we featured Mega City Minis work here in the past. Come meet Noah, the Mega City Minis, at the Action Figure Comic-Con, June 31st at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center. We also found out that he has built a brand new diorama for a customer, and he went through the entire process here on Instagram with the Action Figure Comic-Con. You guys should definitely check that out. We also did announce that the King of Print was one of our featured sponsors, along with TitanToys.com. And we have our first featured guest, the TMNT Collector on Instagram. He's literally just won an award for having a Guinness World Record for the most number of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles related merchandise in the world. So, guys, you definitely want to come and meet the TMT Collector at the Action Figure Comic-Con 2026. We hope to see you guys there. Of course, we are looking for exhibitors. So if you are interested in exhibiting at the Action Figure Comic-Con, definitely head over to our Instagram page, drop us a like and a follow, and of course, send us a PM or send us an email. Sign up for our mailing list on the Action Figure Comic-Con website. Put in your email address, stay up to date, and we will message you back and let you know everything that's happening with Action Figure Comic-Con 2026. Guys, once again, I want to thank my good friends over at Titan Toys for sponsoring this episode. They are amazing. Last comment before we log off. We will leave off with Road Pig John saying, looks to be compatible with the AXN Turtle figures. Thank you, Road Pig John. I really do appreciate it. Guys, this is the Titans Talking Toys. My co-host Danny is not available, but he will be back with us next week, and we'll see you guys then. Guys, I hope you're doing well, staying safe. As always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. This is the Titans Talking Toy, guys, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.